It's Week 10 of the National Football League.
And coming up, we'll see Derek Carr.
He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Saints and the Falcons, next on Madden Football.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30. Right to the air is Carr. Rolling to his left. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So here are the Falcons with great field position to start out. And a glance here at the veteran who will be leading them. Now in his 8th year in the NFL.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. Exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's good for a Saints.
Now Carr. Flush to his right. Past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Alvin Kamara. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Blake Groupie now for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Falcons offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week second in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Robinson with another carry. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Muscling free near the 40. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He'll drop to throw. And pressure coming in, and got him once again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. Robinson up the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. Fielded at the 20. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. There's Chris Olave. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On play action, now Carr. This one taken in by Olave. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a play fake. Carr on the move to his left. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down. Now back to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. No stopping Peyton Turner on that sack. He would not be denied. Here's Bradley Pena now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The tight end in motion right. Kamara gets it again on second down. Shrugs the tackle. Nice. And he's got this down to the 35. And they're going to speed things up here. Again, it's Kamara. They find some open field here. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Now they'll throw with Carr. Being chased out left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Now Carr on the bootleg. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Here's Groupie for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with first and 10. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. 2nd and 1. And the Saints pressure gets it. Brought down for a sack. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to, and I know it feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Kamara up the middle. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. On play action, it's Carr. The pass caught by Olave. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partners. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
The point after, good by Groupie. And it's now 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. 2nd and 4. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. The Saints again ready to go on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he is going to lose yardage here. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Play action. Now it's Carr. And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete. So Carr departs, and on his Blake Groupie for the Saints field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. We're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
So after the field goal, back out his Groupie to send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. They'll get his own 7. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. A 40-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Carr going to look to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
But with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for New Orleans, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.